everybody.
Well, hi to you too.
Hi, Kirby.
Hello.
No, you just slap Kirby. You can't do
Don't
that.
you dare
like,
eat my apple, Kirby. It's my
No.
apple.
do you like dip your apple in anything or just by itself? We'll go to that plan later.
By itself? Why?
Okay, I'm just curious. I've heard some people use, peanut butter. For some people use caramel.
Oh,
I've
yeah,
heard some
I
people
love
use-
peanut butter with it. I'm eating the apple whole, but when I eat it with peanut butter, I core it and then chop it.
I'm not gonna
Fair
lie.
enough.
Like, I know it's a combination as old as time itself. It sounds kind of disgusting to me.
Apple and
There are
peanut
some-
butter?
Yeah.
There are some.
Apple and
there
peanut
are.
butter?
I mean,
There
No,
are
it's
some-
actually really good.
Go ahead. You go ahead, James. You were gonna say something about that.
I mean, I guess in some ways you're not. I can see where you're coming from, but at the same time, peanut butter is naturally sweet, and so is apples.
There are some other strange combinations that I've heard about. Like one I've heard recently, and I'm gonna Google it just to make sure I'm not thinking of the wrong one.
I mean, I guess to be fair, I probably shouldn't talk too much about it since I usually like to dip my Doritos in peanut butter.
I mean, yeah, that I think is definitely a weirder combination. But hey,
I agree.
nothing says you can't have your weird combinations.
So apparently at the time of us recording, there was apparently a challenge somewhere where you would eat a banana with mustard on it.
That's just
And
that sounds
somehow
like
the
that sounds like
flavor
a violation of
combination-
common sense.
But somehow no, it's like somehow the flavor it's like red and green complementary color kind of thing.
You know what?
Where it's like somehow it's some and like for instance something that my dad's been doing recently is eating pineapple slices with some kosher salt on them.
Now that I can see.
Although I'm not gonna lie, you talking about like eating bananas with mustard, I swear to God, I think that's actually something I've seen Mikey eat in Next Mutation.
I mean, knowing that
Mm.
show, I wouldn't be surprised.
Another thing that
Curling
goes good
time.
with peanut butter, celery.
Oh crap.
Whoops.
Rocky.
Eh,
Okay, let's try that again.
I was about to say, that one I can see a little bit
There you
easier
go.
than with apples because, like, the hardness of celery, complementing the creaminess of peanut butter.
Nice. The power
Okay,
candy
I
just is
have a
that
peanut
much
butter. Do
faster.
you prefer creamy or crunchy?
Creamy.
creamy. Okay, I just do not have any. I do not have a tolerance for crunchy.
Yeah, it's like,
And I tried, and a
neither.
long time ago, I tried, enhanced protein, peanut butter, because I was on a diet, and the issue is that, like, I swear, I almost have a theory that what they literally did was they just put protein powder into the peanut butter, because it just, when you
What?
ate it,
Seriously?
in the set, I don't think so, I doubt it, but just, the issue, my only rationale for why I think that's what happens, because after I ate, like, a sandwich with it, like, oh, hang on, I can see an opportunity for curling.
So,
Got it.
So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our Kirby Star Allies commentary, where we add on to the list of pregnancy food.
Ha.
Pregnancy
But no,
food?
it's just,
well, I mean, to be
But no, it
it's
was just-
Kirby. I'm sure it's a topic he would love to do.
there we go, got that next stage open. But no, the protein powder thing, the only reason why I thought that was because after I ate the peanut butter, like, the inside of my mouth, like, it felt grainy. Like, I felt like little, like, it almost felt like there was dust in my mouth from it.
Oh, I
In
get
the
it.
same, and so I thought, oh, wait, are they literally just putting protein powder in here and hoping nobody notices? But
That
No,
could
no,
be it,
just-
or maybe
yeah.
just like, or maybe just like the peanut butter itself, they don't do enough with it to make it like really creamy. Because that's always a pet peeve I usually have whenever I try certain types of peanut butter when they're not particularly cream-like.
either way, creamy, Skippy, or bust.
My favorite, I used to like Skippy, but after I tried the Skippy Naturals, that's actually better than the actual Skippy.
I like
what's
chips.
wait, what's the person of naturals?
There's less ingredients and less sweetness.
All right, well,
Like-
now that
like-
we're on this topic now,
Like,
James, do you have a
like the
preference?
Skippies in the blue jar has something called rapeseed oil in it.
Ha.
And
Not,
I think
not-
rapeseed
not
is
as-
Order up!
rapeseed is a product of canola oil, which
And I was gonna say,
a lot of
as a-
people are saying is really bad these days.
And I was gonna say, as a species, not our best attempt at naming something.
Yeah.
Probably not, no.
But
No,
anyway,
no,
now
I
I guess now
have
that
no idea why they call it that.
I don't
But
know.
yeah,
and
James,
I
what
guess
is
now
your-
that we're on this topic, now what's your preference, James?
I mean, if I had to choose, I'll usually go for what was it, Skippy?
Yeah, Skippy.
Skippy, I think yes.
But I can alternate between that and Jeff. In fact,
Yeah,
these
I mean,
days,
it's peanut
these days if
butter.
I'm gonna get peanut butter, I'll usually get the
No, Jif is
squeezables.
pretty good too.
Oh boy, yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
ultimately it's peanut butter. It's hard to get wrong unless you do crunchy.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
you guys, I
it's-
just remembered something.
Huh?
What's that?
What's up?
When we were doing one of our parts of Kirby the Amazing Gear, we were talking about different types of mustard, and now we're talking about peanut butter.
Oh my god, you're right.
I completely forgot we were talking about
Kawasaki!
we didn't get the whole thing of mustard. Then again, there was a level in that game called, what was it, Mustard
Mustard Mountain.
Mustard.
That was
And
where
I
it must have
remember, James,
started,
you
yeah.
said something, nothing but boiling mustard!
Yeah.
Boiling
Nothing but boiling mustard.
Good thing I found a magic bun.
Ah, I was gonna say magic sausage. but
Good
that
thing
was-
I found a magic wiener.
Have you ever
That
had,
would
like,
do.
like your jaw where your cheek, like where your neck and your cheeks meet? Where your neck and jaw meets? I smiled too hard and now the right side hurts.
Aww.
I mean, isn't that
Oh,
kind
I've
of
had that
how it is?
I've had that happen before.
Like those lines on your neck, or at least what you see in drawings. I'm pretty sure those connect pretty closely to your jaw.
Ow, ow, my jaw. I can't move my jaw now. It locked up.
Careful.
Oh boy, careful.
Well, I mean, all this talk about food, and I'm kind of ashamed that these numbnuts didn't bring any food for the barbecue.
Well, no, then here's the
lost one of
thing.
them.
All the enemies that they're getting through in all the levels, that's Kirby's barbecue.
Oh, actually, that was the last big switch that you needed to press.
Yay.
Hooray! Thus
And I'm
we
finished
unlock
with my
every
apple.
single. Okay, yeah, we've
Oh
now
yeah,
unlocked
Sealy,
every
real
bonus
quick.
level.
Yes, James?
We talked about this off screen, but tell the audience what type of apple you were just munching on.
Oh, Pink Lady, or they also call it Crips Pink.
I've heard of that. Yeah, I've heard pink lady apples.
I like
I
how
don't think I've had
I like
them.
how tart it is. I
Oh,
find
no, I
Honey
just now
Crisp to be
realized
a
what we're
little
going into.
too tart at times.
Yep. Also, is your nose in here? Yep.
Or actually,
This
I
is
don't-
one of those stages.
I don't know if I'm thinking too tart or too sweet.
I don't really recognize a lot of differences between apples, so...
I mean,
I
the only
used to
time
like Red Delicious when I was a kid. Now I hate it.
I mean, my whole stance is that I'll usually take whatever apple, like, I'll take whatever, so long as it's, crisp, and not
Yeah,
fucking
I
mushy.
can't stand a mushy apple.
Oh, careful.
Marks.
Yeah, because... Actually, you know what that reminds me? That conversation, like John and Elliot had that exact same conversation when they were going through a 3D blast, where John's talking about how he doesn't like mushy apples because that basically turns into applesauce. And I hate applesauce.
I mean, I could still, I could
like
probably,
applesauce.
I do too.
I could probably stomach applesauce if I was given the option, but just mushy apples in general just doesn't.
There were-
It feels like a violation to the censors.
There were
I
a couple
like,
times- Sorry, go ahead.
Oh,
I usually like it with cinnamon or brown sugar or something else added into
I never
it.
tried
but,
it with brown sugar.
it's also pretty good. But yeah, as you see here, it's as I've been alluding to with horror. It's one of those stages that we're in right now, and yeah, best of luck. Okay, we're in.
But on the subject of applesauce, I was going to mention that my mom made homemade applesauce a couple times, and first time was great, but the second time she did it, she added too much water, so it didn't turn out.
So then it just gets runny. Yeah, no, then it's just slush.
Well, I don't know why I find the image so funny of Marks while Kirby's riding on his head, balancing on a ball, and keep trying to keep himself in balance.
Yeah, he's
Just
like,
grimacing like, oh
"Ugh."
my god.
Is this the vengeance I deserve after all I've done for you?
Is
Now
this
dance.
the little curb I carried?
I was like, when did he grow to be so tall? I
Did
can't
we
do
ever
that voice
address
anyway.
the fact that
We're doing
Kirby
this voice now.
literally says when he says pollo, that's literally the Spanish word for chicken?
It is?
Yeah, pollo.
Huh. I mean,
Kirby's calling
Pollo
everyone a
loco.
chicken.
It's pollo loco.
chicken!
I don't know.
So he thinks everyone is chicken. I mean, no wonder he's
Spanish
no
word
wonder
Spanish.
no wonder he's eating everything in sight.
Careful. Alright, and this
I mean,
looked pretty
it
easy.
would be an easy way since at my future university they require, language competency, but I don't know, I'm already familiar with the basics of Japanese.
I mean, it's a start.
Do it again. Yeah. So as you see here, again, you're learning more about how to use combo abilities or ability combos, which it's a
many
neat
one-ups.
idea.
Do they
It's a
do they spoon feed one-ups do in this game?
big spoon.
Yeah.
I'd say no more than they do with any other Kirby game. But as James said, the big keynote is that even if I quit and load my game again, say to redo a level or something, I keep all lives I had, and it doesn't
Oh,
go
that's
right back to a
right.
one.
Right.
Yeah, I
Or
think
does
it's
it go
one
back
of
to 3?
it's one of, if not the only Kirby game that does that.
I like this music.
I think since this is an extra stage, I think this came from a different game, but I'm not
This,
sure what.
I want to say, this sounds like the Mass DDD fight from Triple Deluxe.
Yeah, I was about to say,
Friend.
it does sound like a variation of the DDD theme the more I hear it.
Yeah, I hear it too.
It's definitely the Mass DDD theme, but the version in particular I think came from Triple Deluxe.
Yo!
Gotcha.
Wow. Come on, build these back. Now, how to put it? One ability that I'm surprised never came back in any other Kirby game was the Smash
I see.
power-up.
I just noticed how close he was to the.
yeah.
Oh, there you go.
It's very selective when it comes back, I notice.
Come, my friends,
That's
to
simple. I don't
NBC.
remember that ability.
No, basically
We
it's
got
from... was it Amazing Mirror it came from, the Smash ability?
Smash? Yes.
Smash, yeah, it came from Amazing Mirror.
Yep, it did. And Master Hand was a boss in Crazy. Okay, Master Hand was a mini boss and Crazy Hand was a boss of the last level.
And I think the only
Best
other game...
Party time!
I think the only game I can think of that came back in was, I want to say it was in Robobot?
It was in Robobot, yes. And
Wait, what was the point of that?
I'll double check, but I think it gave us a damage boost and health. Let me look up real quick.
it's pretty
Keep
much
talking.
another screen nuke, which also
Like
because
Crash?
I'm looking
Yeah,
it up
like
now.
Crash.
Okay, I got it. So as introduced to Star Allies, Festival focuses on dancing around and transforming all on-screen enemies into point stars. It also does damage to mid-bosses and bosses.
Gotcha.
So
And-
it's a screen nuke that allows you to... Uh-oh. What are you
Oh,
doing?
that's
man.
boiling hot!
What are you
And it's gonna get even hotter!
Pepper party!
And Vivi flew right into that,
Hey, that's a lot of
so...
action for a Kirby game.
Oh, sorry, I meant to face you off, babe!
You're welcome.
I have to...
Oh!
Sorry,
We have to put an end
Kawasaki.
to it. We have to put an end to him. He's grown too powerful. He's throwing the universe at risk.
Is that the thanks I get for giving you free food?
Dude, if Kawasaki had the nuke codes, would you let him?
Uh,
No, I gotta put a stop to that right now.
What?
Alright, that's what I just did.
You know what? I just imagine like he wouldn't know what a nuke is, and he just think it's like a new type of seafood. It's like, oh, nukes sound like they'd make a great addition to my menu.
No.
oh! Kirby, look! I've made a new additive called Nukella!
Mark, you
Really?
like to laugh.
No applause? Nukella?
It's okay. It's okay. I see where you're going
And
with that.
just the
but
mayor's
it's-
like, you know, it's a good thing that you're a good chef because you wouldn't make it really far as a comedian.
Oh.
He would say that.
And here I thought I'd be glad I gave up fry cooking for this.
Alright, so now we can go on. Sorry, back to you again, Celia, because we got a boss refight. With more dialogue, as is the usual.
Oh, okay.
We're getting close.
Actually, I was going to say earlier during the whole topic of the Smash ability, it was an Amazing Mirror and Triple Deluxe. It also made a kind of a random appearance in that in the like the more challenging levels from the Kirby Dream Collection. That is one of the abilities you can play around with while also during those extra challenging stages.
I see.
I want to say you can also use it in the last. I want to say it's there in the last race against Magolor, but I could be wrong.
Right. And okay, I think what I was talking about earlier, in case I didn't already finish that sentence, since I know I sometimes get distracted, but it's like, I think the reason why they keep bringing back Magolor is because in the canon and universe, I think he's the only villain that they've ever acknowledged as having, you know, apologized and wanting to be friends with Kirby again.
Even though the apology in general didn't happen in the same game that he debuted in.
No, and in fact, that happened only in like a side game that many people probably missed out on.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it almost feels like it just happened off screen.
Yeah,
Granted,
kind
it
of.
doesn't mean much of anything, considering he doesn't really appear much in the main games aside from, this one, where he's a dream friend.
Yep. Anyway, back
Oh.
to you, Celie. She's the, like, bratty, like, aggressive one.
Who would have thought my search for the Jamba Heart pieces would lead me back to you and your puffery?
Puffery.
Puffery.
This must be the fiery flames of fate at work.
Oh,
What?
really? You're a believer of that crap too, huh?
Whoop.
Oh yeah! My flames are fully stoked now!
She gets pumped.
Beware, you puny pink pest!
Oh.
In the name of Lord Highness,
Oh.
I'll turn you into a burning ball of meddlesomeness! What?
That's a word.
I thought it would be ash.
Yeah, that's kind of a reach.
Meddlesome? That didn't even make
Meddlesomeness.
sense.
I don't think she knows what she's saying.
I
so-
just imagine like Kirby would just like question what that means, and she'd just be all like, "Shut up!"
So yeah, pretty much. Welcome to Flamberge's refight, and same as with Francisca, she's gonna have a couple new moves.
Oh, jeez.
That back.
Fighter!
Keep going vividry or whatever, and so I believe the way to counter her here is I think we can use. Oh yeah, we can actually extinguish the flame. Ha!
Oh, there
Oops.
you go.
So since we extinguish the fuse before the cannon can go off, her cannon backfires and stuns her for extra damage.
Now wail on
Oh
her.
boy.
So yeah, water is definitely the counter for this one.
I couldn't tell if that was sarcasm or not, Steve.
Well, why?
I wasn't sure if you were being sarcastic.
It's okay. Off she goes.
Where'd you go? Oh, there'd she go.
into the abyss.
Back to when
Anyway,
she
actually,
came.
yeah. In fact, actually, we'll be able to follow her now because we've actually now made it to that. We've finished the last world in this grand, star-struck friend, whatever the hell this chapter is called.
Let's just call it
reach
what
the
it is.
mothership.
Milky Way Wishes 2.0.
Pretty much, and we can now reach the mothership.
Oh.
Oh, and yay!
I
I really
always
wish that would have gone.
I always found like I'm not really sure why I thought of this, but in Milky Way Wishes, when you were chasing Nova, when Kirby would hit a wall and it'd be a one-hit kill, I always just found it so sad where he'd hit a wall and then you'd see I'm hit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, in the lower, in the bottom.
Yeah, no, that's pretty much the whole thing that Superstars did, and it's kind of funny whenever it does happen.
Yeah, but I found that
Right.
one in particular sad.
Yeah, actually, need a little detail. You can actually see all the other Gem Bastion like scout ships around it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, no, like it's a beefer.
But of course we can just fly right into the core and get to the bottom of this.
And Kirby's
mess.
just thinking to himself, I remember those ships looking much bigger than that.
the Jambandra base.
Or maybe I've gotten bigger.
Oh no. I mean,
No.
there's already a bunch of nightmare scenarios that people have made through fan fiction where Kirby just ends up becoming the total engulfer of the universe itself. He
Right, the
becomes
problem.
Galactus.
Pretty much. I mean, and didn't we already have Mass? Oh no, Mass Attack was in like a massive amount of Kirby's. I'm surprised they never did any Kirby thing where like there was like size involved, like something a la Crash Bandicoot.
The
like,
closest
Crash
thing they-
size matters. Or...
Coincidentally, the closest thing they did to that was Mass Attack, where the power up of that game, which was like a jumbo lollipop or something like that, turned all the Kirby's you controlled into like supersized Kirby's that could run through everything.
Also, did you say crash size matters?
I confuse it. Crash XS, and then there's Ratchet and Clank size matters.
Oh, okay. Oh, XS. You mean Crash Bandicoot's not a fun saxophone?
Although some of this just call the simple subtitle The Huge Adventure.
Oh, yes, there's that too. Also, I just saw a video today that Cat Icarus made a new video about the mobile games of Crash Bandicoot.
Oh, I didn't see that. I'm gonna have to. Well, we should probably check that out after the session.
Doesn't like him.
I mean, go figure. They're very small. They're like very middling. Like, they're your typical mobile
Show
phone
off
type
marks.
of game. Yeah.
Although that being said, I must say he's a little like did he upload it today or was it like a few days ago?
Today.
Okay, because I was about to say he is.
Wow.
Oh boy.
Jesus, really?
Ah!
No, don't worry. That wasn't. That was actually me activating my Crash, trying to stop him in time. But
Okay.
Instead, it looked like it was an ultimate attack. We're fine. We
No,
survived that.
no, more like Kirby self-destructed after that little self-destruct.
He kamikazed.
That would actually be horrible if that was actually a mechanic where the trick with Crash is you can use it, but if you take damage, it always will trigger prematurely.
Yeah, but what I was about to say is so him doing that at the time of recording, it just turned July. He's being rather tardy with his annual Bandicoot months.
I mean, that's a little.
Yeah.
Isn't that like his favorite franchise?
Well,
Well,
no, but I'm
I'm
saying
just-
usually it's during June, isn't it?
Yeah, it's during June because, well, for a number of reasons. One, because June is his birthday month. Two, June is when a bunch of Crash games came out around that time. I think both Insane
Ooh,
and
friend
Nitrofield came out on June of their respective years.
Yeah.
Help, 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 help.
Maglor, excuse me, Marks, what are you hanging on to?
I can't! And they're just grabbing onto his hat and boots for all dear life. So all this is going on now in this whole little adventure. Huh. This has been a bit of a ride, and I know we're talking about some new projects we could try and do with Kirby in the future. One of the ideas we had was to try and see about if we do something for Squeak Squad, we would have Seeley do it live and see how far we go with that.
And blind.
Totally blind.
Yeah, it's not a hard. It's a Kirby game. It's not as hard as Amazing Mirror.
Oh yeah, no, it's literally your box standard Kirby game, right down to its difficulty.
The only part I would say that could be considered hard are the moments when the Squeak Squad show up and you have to try and I don't want to give up my staff ability, so goodbye, Sir Kipple.
Like, I think the only thing I tend to hear about
Hey, look, there's another right here
Oh,
for me later.
I was about to say, the one thing that I usually tend to hear about Squeak Squad is that, like, even for a Kirby game, it's a little on the dull side.
I just think it plays it very safe.
Yeah,
Except
no, that's...
it does.
Oh,
Right.
jeez.
Oh, okay, so I need to have my thing on fire first.
Right.
Burning Leo.
Come on.
Yep, there you go.
Now I can.
But
set
yeah,
this
no, like,
puppy on fire.
it's just the big problem. At the end of the day, the big problem with the game is that it's very much a strong case of been there, done that.
Yeah.
Right. There's that, and then there's also the problem of. Well, actually, no. I'm sorry, not problem. The only part I was going to say that I thought was funny was that it also gave us that little moment of the fact that the story starts off with Kirby just wanting to eat a cake, and then by the end of the story, Kirby's beating something called Dark Star, which may or may not be a reference or a allusion to Satan.
Dog Star.
That deep
Why
old
not?
Kirby lore.
There, got it. Okay, and yes, I am doing all this just because I want to puzzle piece because it's cool.
I'll be right back.
I don't think that's how you're
Thank
supposed
you
to
very
do it,
much.
but that works.
I said I'll be right back.
Oh, okay.
Alrighty.
In you go, Marks.
Just everyone's, ah!
All together now.
It is cute, the exclamation mark up. Got it.
Yeah. Here we go.
Alright, who's gonna get the prize? Oh.
Oh. Only one will prevail.
Whoop.
Okay, you get this, and then you, Burning
Leo!
Leo gets it.
Yay.
Ouch!
Ow.
Thank you, Burning Leo.
Oh boy. Wait, you don't get a mic.
Who say you can't get a bike when this is literally the one franchise where it's okay for enemies to respawn?
Woo! Yeah, I still need to get around to doing Spark the Electric Jester. I want to try that game out again.
It's a good game for what it's worth. Just be prepared. It's kind of a long game for its genre.
Ah.
Okay. I don't want to use my mic on one bomb. Get him. Fine.
Oops.
And you didn't even get that one.
Here we go.
Rock on.
Oh, they all get microphones.
Super move. Now hit him with the Moai head.
Oh.
Okay, jeez. Yeah, okay, basically as you're seeing here, this is our gauntlet stage just to build up to, our grand attack. I didn't want to do this. Fine, we'll hang on to you, and I'm taking beam. But yeah, they're just going to be throwing every enemy at us, trying to, whittle us down until we get to our sub-boss and final boss this area. Welcome back. We didn't miss much. We just been using a couple more enemy attacks and stuff. But yeah, no, Squeak Squad, I'd say you'd be fine. The only part that I could say being a little hard would be the parts where when the Squeak Squad do show up, you're on a kind of a timer to try and stop them before they get away. But even if they get away, it's just like you just miss out on an optional chest or something.
Yeah. Like, if you treat it like any other Kirby game, you'll be just fine.
Yeah, you'll beat it. We just need to now test out and make sure and see how well it runs on like our emulators.
Oh, I think it'll run fine. Like, it's not a very, if the GBA Kirby games can run fine, I don't think there'll be any problem with Squeak Squad.
Okay. And we're in.
Yeah, we're in the what is this place called again?
I think they call it the Jambandra base or something.
Jam.
But I'm just calling it the mothership though, because I mean that's the purpose it serves. All right, that we get the idea. That's just right.
Go.
They're making the most out of these friend power-ups because I'll admit, much like with the Super Fruit in Triple Deluxe, or okay, well not the Robobot from Robobot, because I mean that's pretty, that's a staple. But like same with the like Mega Berries or whatever from Triple Deluxe, I kind of forget about this mechanic until the game quickly tries to come up with a premise around it. Because I think, because Kirby by itself is still perfectly serviceable. And there we go, we made it.
Yeah. I mean, I will still say like what they did do with that what they call the hypernova or hypersuction, whatever that's called.
Yeah, hypernova. I think it's you're right. I think it was hypernova, but yeah, continue.
But basically, I'd say they got creative enough with what you had to do with it. But though that being said, deep down, I'd say out of all the gimmicks Kirby's ever used, I'd say the Robobot is pretty much king.
I think so too, especially with all the cop abilities it can use and make the most out of. But that's gonna be it for this part. Sorry about the just kind of well, not futzing about, but just going through more stages. Oh my gosh!
Really?
And I don't get where it decides what pictures should get which puzzle pieces, but no matter. Join us in the next part as actually we're gonna hopefully reach the end of our grand adventure.
Yes, please.
Stay tuned, everybody.
Bye.
Till next time, everybody, and remember, always eat your peanut butter.
The poi will soon be yo.